Hey, hi all. Welcome back to Beer and Knowledge Center. So in this session, we'll talk about multiple inheritances. So as I mentioned in the earlier sessions, it is not possible to do a multiple inheritance concept in C sharp because of its having some problem in it. So what is the problem? So generally, if you go with the multiple inheritance in C sharp, right? So there is a problem called ambiguity. Let us say whether when there is a class B extends from class A and C, right? And both class A and C have a same method, right? That is display, right? Now C sharp compiler can't decide which display method it should inherit. To prevent such situation, multiple inheritance is not allowed in .NET by default. Okay, so if you wanted to get it implement this multiple inheritance, we have a option to go with other concept called interface, right? So let's list down the reason first. Why .NET is not allowing to right directly, right, uh, implementing, right, multiple inheritance, right? So I'll explain you, right? I'm just going to my Visual Studio, right? And this is where I have classes animal and mumble. Let me remove this. And I have a dog. If you wanted to import or sorry, inherit multiple classes into this class is nothing but multiple inheritance. Let's try this. First I'll try animal, right? And then you have to say mumble. Look at here. It is going to tell you cannot have multiple base classes, right? Like animal, mammal in this context. It cannot allow you. That's how it is by default. No closing or the stopping to support inheriting multiple classes into single class. When it is supporting multiple classes are going to be inherited into derived class, then it can be called as multiple inheritance. Okay. Go back to the running nodes. The reason is, right? So the reason behind, right? This is to prevent, right? Ambiguity. Ambiguity. Spelling is correct. Ambiguity. Got it. Right. So ambiguity is nothing but confusing with different methods of having same name, right? Consider, right, a case where, right, class B is extended, right, from class A and class B or C, right? And both are having, right, same method, right, called display, right? Now C sharp compiler cannot decide, right, which display method it should inherit, right? To prevent this situation, right? Right? C sharp not allowing multiple inheritance. Got it? This is the reason. Okay. Now coming to concept called interface. What is interface? So interface in C sharp is a blueprint of class. It is similar to class, but it is a blueprint of class. That means class basically having attributes and methods with a definition. When it comes to interface, it is also having same kind of methods and attributes, but it only having a declaration part. It doesn't have a definition. That's why it is a blueprint of class, like abstract class, because all the methods which are declared inside of interface, right, are abstract methods. It cannot have a method body and cannot be instantiated. right? It is used to achieve multiple inheritance, which cannot be achieved by a class. Okay, so this interface is used to achieve multiple inheritance, which can't be achieved by a class. So its implementation must be provided by class or structure, right? Okay, so interfaces, right, specify what a class must do and not how. Got it? What class must do and not how. That means it doesn't contain a definition. Let me define you. Interfaces, right? Interfaces in C sharp is a blueprint of a class, right? It is like abstract class because all methods, right, which are declared, right, inside of interface, right, are abstracted or abstract methods. That means it cannot have method body, right? Also, right, cannot instantiate it. That is. So using this, we can achieve, using this, we can achieve, right, multiple inheritance in C sharp. Okay. So a couple of points to be noted. Points to be noted here is one thing is, right, interfaces specify, right, what class must do, right, and not how. Second is interface can't have private members. Interfaces can't have, right, private members. Three is by default all the members are of interface are public and abstract. Default, right, all members, right, of interface are public, right, and abstract. So last one is multiple inheritance is possible with the help of interfaces, but not with the classes. That's I think we have already noted about. Coming to the syntax of this interface, right? So you need to use a keyword called interface, right? And here interface name, right? This is how you are going to, sorry, interface, interface, interface name, curly start and end, right? And in this, we are going to define the skeleton of a method, right? Here, you can say declaration statements, declaration statements. Coming to the example here, right? Let us say like I have interface, interface, inter one, and closing here, right? I have a void, right? Display. I'll just have just body here. Got it? And I have a class called, right, test class, which is inheriting interface one. Interface one or inter one. Got it? Now inside of this, right, I'll have the body public void display, right? Inside here, I'm going to console dot right line of, right? Welcome to, right, multiple inheritance demo. That's it. So now I just inherited from interface, where I have a definition here. And going to my main class, let me convert into C sharp, and it is converting, right? And going to my main method here, right? Static void, right? Main, right? String args, right? Inside of here, I'm going to, create a instance for my test class, right? And invoke obj dot display. Got it? This is how you are going to inherit the class into interface, and you can run this here as you like, right? And just copy and paste it. Console dot read line. Got it? When you run this, it is going to, display welcome to multiple inheritance demo. That's how it is working with the help of inheritance. Now, if I have a multiple interfaces, I can give it here as part of multiple inheritance. Got it? So going to back to our node running nodes, right? And again, changing back to this font, right? This is a sample program we've been so far. Got it? Now, if I say like if I have a multiple interfaces, right? I can easily inherit into my class and then achieve multiple inheritance. Okay, if we look at this advantages, right? Advantage of interfaces, if you look at here, the first one is it is used to achieve loose coupling. It is used to achieve loose coupling, right? That means you can loosely individually define the method and then define the definition in the individual class. It is used to achieve total abstraction, right? To achieve a component-based programming, we use this to achieve, right? Component-based programming, right? We can use interfaces. Got it? So again, the last one is to achieve, right? Right? Multiple inheritance and abstraction. We can use this thing. Okay. So another example, if you wanted to look at here, I have an interface, right? Where it has a draw method, which will draw a rectangular and circle, right? And in this circle and rectangle classes, I'm going to inherit draw method as like how I've been inherited, right? So that way it is going to, achieve the multiple inheritances. That means class, right? I have interface. That means interface draw, right? And inside of this, right, I have a method that is draw, right? This way, right? And after this, I have a class that is rectangular, which is inherit from, my draw interface. And again, I have a class called circle, which is again inherited from my interface. Here, I'll be having, right, public void draw method. Inside of this, I'm going to implement my circle specific, right, business logic. That's how it is, having a skeleton here and then inherited using this inheritance concept, and you just get implement the individual business logic inside of your class. Okay, I hope you understood like the multiple inheritance how you are achieving. That means go back to a demonstration part here. We already achieved with single interface. If I have another interface, right, interface 2, and I have display one method, I can easily give interface 2. Now it doesn't return any, what is that? Test class does not implement interface member into 2.display1. Okay, so I should, define the body here, right? Display1, and then I'm able to inherit multiple interfaces into my single class. Okay, so that's how it is going to achieve using interfaces. If you look at earlier, it has thrown exception, but now it is allowing to give multiple classes as a blueprint of multiple classes using interfaces. That's how we are achieving multiple inheritance. Okay, so I hope you understand the concept of multiple inheritances using interfaces and its advantage of having it, right? Thanks for listening to this video and please subscribe the channel for more videos. Thank you.